My name is Derek Surge, and I am from north central Missouri, and I've been exclusively catching live coyotes with cable restraints for the last 18 years. I've averaged between 350 to 500 coyotes per season with the use of these cable restraints, and this has been my livelihood and my passion. The Missouri cable restraint regulations have been in place for 21 years now. They were designed to protect dogs' welfare when incidentally caught. Legally set cable restraints pose no danger to dogs. I personally catch 20 to 25 dogs each year, all of which are released unharmed. Somehow, the requirement to have written permission from the adjacent landowner to set within 150 feet of a property boundary or set within 150 feet of a public roadway is being applied to the cable restraints. This change will make it impossible for the trappers who are catching live coyotes for the hound running areas to catch enough coyotes to suit their yearly needs. The new proposed changes eliminate a high percentage of the locations needed to successfully and efficiently catch coyotes. It requires between 600 and 750 coyotes per year to stock these pens. There is absolutely no way for the trappers who obtain the live coyote fox trapping permit to catch that many live coyotes with these new restrictions being applied to the cable restraints. This will result in two major changes within the coyote hunting world. It will require hound running area operators to import coyotes from out of state, which is illegal, violating the Lacey Act. However, it was common prior to Missouri implementing the current use of cable restraints. Secondly, it will result in more coyote hound hunters running outside the pens or outside these enclosures, which means more conflicts with private landowners. Before changing the cable restraint regulations, a little history of these regulations needs to be known. These regulations were specifically written for the catching of live, unharmed coyotes for these hound running area operators. For many years, when the cable restraints were legalized, a training class was required for their use, and a special permit was required in addition to your trapping permit. Over time, these special requirements were dropped when it became clear that legally set cable restraints were not a threat to dogs. The current proposed regulation changes will allow someone to set kill-type snares with no regard for incidentally caught dogs' welfare. The trappers who trap coyotes for the live market have invested thousands of dollars in equipment and facilities to pursue this. Large holding pens, specialized equipment, and hundreds of hours of labor are required. Lumping these new regulations with the cable restraint regulations will essentially shut us down. I count on these live coyotes to sell for my winter's income. This will end if these new kill snare regulations are combined with the cable restraint regulations. In closing, I ask that you do not require cable restraint users to abide by the same regulations trappers use using kill snares. Specifically, the requirements of having to be 150 feet from property lines and allow cable restraint users to continue to trap along roadways. All these proposed regulation changes are poorly thought out, and the implications will be many. With that being said, I want to just show a quick difference. In my right hand, I have a cable restraint. In my left hand, I have a kill type snare. With the cable restraint, we have a relaxing type lock and a deer stop set to where when this closes down, it's at a 2.5-inch circle. That deer stop does exactly what it says it's to do. If a deer runs his leg through there, the deer can slip out. And that keeps also from choking the animals down. When you go to a kill type snare, that stop's no longer there. When this closes down all the way and just keeps closing and keeps closing. And with a lock like this one specifically, and there's many others on the market, same as the conibears. You can't get to them in time. It will dispatch the animal very, very quickly. And in a non-target species, it doesn't look good for anybody. With that being said, I also want to I would love love to send out an invite to the commissioners or director, anybody who would be willing to come and ride along with me on my trap line. Let me show you how we use these cable restraints. And I truly believe if you're able to come and see it, how it works, you would be very clear to why they've been so successful for the last 21 years with no issues.